where you felt more of an engagement, thank you, and connection with your ability to communicate your message, matching with your body. Who noticed the shift? Obviously we all felt something. What did you notice? If you can come up actually here, so we're also on the video. Brett, let's give Brett a big hand. Thank you. What shifted to you?
I just noticed a general loosening up and less of a stiffness about my communication.
Beautiful.
And I think around the gesturing a lot.
Yes, exactly. Thanks for that. And you'll find that as you practice your 3 key words, I'm going to have some come up in just a minute to show you how this works with one person, that actually continues. It's not just a one-time exercise. By remembering the loosening, or even just having a picture of what happened in this room tonight, NLP, Neuro-Linguistic Programming, has in one of the essences about anchoring that what sensation and location matches one element of the shift that took place in your communication or dialogue. If you can remember that, it's often a lengthening in the spine, a brightening in the eyes, fullness in the breath, speaking from a deeper register, all these things. Who else noticed what else from that exercise? Yes, please.
I forgot to have fun!
Yes, you did! I saw how much you were ready, too. That was
Yes.
great. You were the first one that raised your hand when I said we're going to have you all come up here. So now let's take it further. Ready? Deeper. Who here would be willing to then be the one who can model for all of us how we can work with 3 key words that can shift your entire ability to communicate in front of audiences?
Yeah, we go.
Okay, fantastic. Come on up. And a
You
big
want my
hand
3 key
to
words? Chris.
Chris. Big hand to Chris. Chris is a star, right? Is that right?
Yes, I am.
Good. Do you need your book for this?
Just to remember my words, but I wrote them down, so I don't.
Tell us the words. We'll help you remember.
My first word was informative.
Just say it back to him. You're informative. And second?
My second one was entertaining.
You're entertaining.
And my third word was witty.
Witty. Excellent. Okay, that's easy to remember. Informative, entertaining, and witty. So we're going to take you through not all of that, because you've already practiced it, but just a few elements of it. First, telling us just those words, stepping back a bit so you can see all of us. There we go, in this horseshoe shape. And simply saying, when I present, and then those 3 words out loud. Remember what they are?
When I present, I am informative, I am entertaining, and I'm witty.
Excellent. So what I noticed in that, and what you may have also seen, is that the difference between informative and entertaining in the body gestures was not a lot. Did you notice that? There was something very similar. But the witty, you moved a lot to the right, and it looked like you were moving to a new zone. Did you see that as well?
Yes.
Did you notice that as well? That's fine. So now we're going to slow down. Informative, entertaining, witty. And what I want you to do is take a space, allow some room between the informative, which may look like giving information, or what your hand gestures show as informative, and entertaining is certainly not going to look exactly the same. So just notice what you allow yourself to do. This, if these 3 elements is what the spaceship is fueling as it goes off to its destination, you being the spaceship, and you get these 3 different elements of movement down before presenting, imagine how much more connecting you are able to be about anything you have to present. So take your time, just explore. We're going to here support you and give you some feedback. Take your time and show us the difference between the first one and the second one in particular. Ready? Go.
When I'm presenting, I'm actually informative. I'm also very entertaining, but remarkably I'm very witty as well.
Beautiful. So what did we notice that time when there was actually more of an emphasis on having the second one, the entertaining, actually look entertaining, and the informative, they're very different movements that time, weren't they? Informative was more like this, wasn't it? And entertaining was like that. You're going to remember that. You'll remember that. Matter of fact, before you do a presentation, you might look in the mirror, and you might even make those 3 movements. One is this way, one is that way, and then the other move to the right. And you can change it, I don't care. But the fact that you have that can also allow you to reach people so much more easily. Did you feel the shift that time?
It just feels like you're connecting to something much stronger.
Exactly.
But it's here, but you actually project it out there, and you move like into that
zone.
informative, very scholastic, and entertaining, having a good time, and being humorous and witty as well.
Good.
So
So
there was
what-
3 different characters,
That's right.
basically.
That's it. So when you make 3 key points in a presentation, one may be more this way, one may be more that way, and the other may be more over to the third. Or in one particular point that you're making, you may be wanting to engage us in just the information at first, like I did with the PowerPoint presentation. And then notice how much more alive I am when I'm not based on trying to read the words and connecting with you. The same. You are so much more interesting when you're able to do that. So if you can remember that, and just before you do a presentation, allow those elements to be part of it, you certainly will shine as the star that you are. So much easier to reach that next level. Thank you, Chris.
Thank you very much.
Pleasure. Yes, we could sing and so on and so on, but we just wanted to have you create a shift and see that happen. What I'd like to do next is, since Anka, you just mentioned, and I noticed it too, we all did, that really one of the things that's most endearing when a speaker presents is when you let go of having to read the notes or having to come from a canned presentation, memorize everything, and are able to share your vulnerability as your strength, your true humanity, your feelings, your fears, and perhaps even how you got over that in a story or something real that touches the audience. And so I'd like us to now practice this together in a way that we can, similar to the new self-talk, begin to have this be part of your new embodiment in your own physiology. And the exercise, I always feel better when you can be more engaging too. So as much as you are sitting and comfortable watching me, let's learn this together. Come up standing if you would, please. This is 3 parts to it, this exercise. It's basically 3 sentences, and it starts off simply by saying these words. Remember, we're learning tonight about the 3 V's, the verbal, vocal, visual elements of communication. And we're also learning how to match the spoken word with the physical delivery.
You'll excuse us. Thank you very much. Terrific presentation.
Great to come.
Thank you.
Thank you, Brett. See you. So we want to now take everything you've learned so far, the use of space, etc., the honoring of being able to move with a feeling of the gestures saying what your words are saying even more than the words were before. And the words are, and you say these words just after me, utilizing the whole body to do it. Sharing my caring is my strength.
Sharing my caring is my strength.
Sharing my tenderness is my strength.
Sharing my tenderness is my strength.
Utilizing your hand gestures, your arms, the movement of space, the way that you're breathing, everything about you. My humanity is my strength.
My humanity is my strength.
And finally, the most difficult part, which we often don't get to right away because the way our culture is set up, it doesn't look like this is true, but we're bringing it out so that we can truly embody this as a truth. My vulnerability is my strength.
My vulnerability is my strength.
Good. Have a seat.